A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't... Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then.
Eyes follow us wherever we go here. 'Tis enough to make one jumpy.
'Tis eerie, but we must needs press on.
What's this all about? Whatever 'tis, I'll thank...
I warn you, I'm not easily impressed.
Fancy a look at my wares?
What brings you here?
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Aught you need of me?
I'll sleep soundly tonight.
Very well, but pray do not make me wait over long.
I shall take this opportunity to observe our surroundings.
Don't bring trouble to my door, you hear?
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
If you wish it, I shall not move from this spot.
As a matter of fact, oft is dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? after he went off to play the false arisen, were men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial, so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you.
Time to be heading home.
You're the one, then? Fine. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Just what I was waiting for. Not half bad. Dear me. This bodes ill.
I'll not take that from you.
What brings you here?
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Anyway, we send them packing with... We only train the... That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time.
I warn you, I'm not...
reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brandt will know how to put what...
Got something for me?
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
I see which way the wind's blowing.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
The road's at your neck.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty... Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces, and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
The false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. The spider has woven her web rather carefully.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Sorry I am to hear it. You know where to find me, should you change your mind? I'd only don't ask me to lower the Much obliged, friend. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
Shall we get some rest?
Now we've the... Vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
Greetings. Welcome to the... Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is... Or
do come again!
This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look?
Fancy a look at my wares?
The Goblin's Lair. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know someone taught them a lesson at least. The Goblin's Lair lies somewhere along the Western Road. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind. The Goblin... I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. Would bring me peace of mind to know someone...
Welcome to Bjorn's Arm, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check... price, just remember, misers die... my early deaths. Many thanks. I've...
Might as well take a look. While you're here, many thanks. Need anything?
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated. Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Say, have you been to Harv?
'Tis a quaint little village down by the sea. Well, if you do visit, you might want to give the old man who lives there a wide berth. I hear he sets out to sea on his boat, day after day, only to be returned to shore by the brine again and again. As if that wasn't queer enough, he's apt to talk your ear off about some world he believes lies beyond the sea. I cannot fathom his obsession. I suppose losing his family must have driven him to madness. This looks as good a place as
Oh, good to see everyone in such fine spirit. No harm can come of a bit of kindness, I always say.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as, "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom. But in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Stay away from me, Puddinghead.
Would that the gold would only rain down on my head.
Gather round.
I see life as a journey, to be walked a day at a time.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Have you need of me?
This looks as
Gather round.
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. So where's he get his coin, then?
What do you think? Does this suit me?
Aye, got some coin to spare. What would you of me?
They say the Sovereign was bathed in the dragon's fell flame, such that his countenance was burned beyond recognition. And yet he draws breath. What surer sign could there be that he is our ruler true? I do hope his majesty shall recover soon. Mayhap he'll walk among the people, that we might thank him for his deeds.
Will this take long? I've ought to be doing.
I've heard there's a means to tell if someone who claims to be Arisen is in fact the real thing. See, there's an oracle up in the palace, whose powers allow her to divine whether the Arisen yet lives. There's only one Arisen in the world, so no matter how many pretenders come forth, the oracle can see through their lies. Although, come to think of it, is that really proof? Does the oracle know who the Arisen is, or only that they exist?
I keep my prices as fair as I can afford.
Hard to make ends meet these days.
Gather round, treat your ears. To a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story end... Aye, gossip, much appreciated. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
On me to bear what younger shoulders can't.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
Would you take pity on me, sir?
Could take a better mind than mine to solve this.
I'll set out on my own.
Fancy a look at my wares? Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So, many thanks. I appreciate the...
Quite the predicament.
Tis a dreary life, this.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
I dare say you do not belong here, sir.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come.
As your pack becomes heavier, so too does your step. Perchance, you ought to let a few things go.
I dare say you do not belong here, sir.
You can't just wander in here. What reason have you to be here?
Perhaps you would indulge me in conversation?
No time to talk, I'm afraid. I'm a busy man.
Twould seem I drank such drink that I am drunk.
A certain standing is required to be here. I find dressing for these occasions awfully
I do not believe you have a right to be here, sir.
Oh! Where did you wander in from?
I've a niggling feeling I've forgotten something. Sometimes this is the only place I...
Are you of worthy station to be
I'm frightfully busy. No time for idle
Mindless labor is for mindless men.
Not without its charm.
Townspeople depend on me. Such quietude is a blessing.
What reason have you to be here?
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
What reason have you to be...
What brings you here? I ought not neglect my duty to the townspeople.
I dare say you do not...
I only pray my watch is without incident.
All my peers in silence. Well, he's
wait
rooted
for your
in the soil
equipment
of blood.
You can't just wander...
When does my watch end?
Still waiting on that.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Townspeople depend on me.
The wise are as discerning as they
You shan't be allowed to attend the masquerade in that garb, sir. I beg you to reconsider your appearance.
I've the dust.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Must hold out till someone comes to me. The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night. Longer still for those of us on guard.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music. Makes the hours go by that much quicker, you see?
You ought not to abandon your post.
Ah, don't be like that. You know as well as I do that we're more likely to find a mouse trying to sneak into the palace kitchens than anyone else.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
That's how I like
I do so enjoy these
The
nights.
sooner my duties are concluded, the better.
Whatever am I to do? Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
What is it? Is there aught you need? Ah, I see. Thank you for giving this to me. I shall pen my answer anon. Behind closed doors, naturally.
Let us forget the dragon and dance the night away.
Why, no. Pay me no mind.
We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
Talent's talent, whate'er it may be. I pray someone asks me to dance ere long.
I find dressing for these occasions awfully tedious.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar. Apparently, even privately...
I quite understand why the Sovereign enjoys masquerades.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Are assigned as all... Just between you and me, my survey missions through the caverns and ruins have been more trouble than I foresaw. My task is to seek out items of potential value and research them. And 'twas going well, too, till I found that door. 'Tis an enigma, forged of strange materials and covered in queer etchings, but my orders are to get to the bottom of it. So back and forth I go on an endless string of expeditions. I grow wearier with every trip, but no closer to an answer.
Mindlessly.
Pray, leave me be, sir.
We're the best there is, and that...
All this merrymaking is a joy.
Surely these extrap...
Let us refrain from speaking further. We must not draw suspicion here.
Fine dressing for these occasions
You are not permitted to be here. Move along. You are not permitted to be here.
I can get just about anywhere. some work. My sword arm could use some work.
Would that such peace reigned.
Many thanks. Patrick has already sent his reply. 'Twould seem my mother's tyranny has been weighing heavily on his heart. He has pledged to continue our correspondence and aid me in putting an end to my mother's injustices. This would not have been possible without your assistance. I am afraid I cannot offer much in the way of recompense, but pray, take this.